Hello, this is a video on how to play the card game Challenge. Challenge is a very simple card game, and so this will be a somewhat quick video. In essence, what you will need are two standard 52 card decks for a total of 104 cards. 26 cards will be dealt to each player, one at a time. Each player has their 26 cards. From there on, uh, players simply take turns placing cards in the middle. And so what you do is you basically place a card in the middle and you face down and you say out loud to the other players what you claim the cards to be as. So you could play a singular card or a set of cards and you claim what you think it is. So right here I'll play two sixes here. And actually I'll play three fours and I'll claim that as a set of three fours. And so um, what you can basically do is every player puts down their set of cards or singular card face down, and they claim they claim to the other people what I guess to the other players what they they say what they claim the set of cards to be. And so notice how I placed down fours. I said they were three fours. I could have placed down eights and said that there were three fours. That is totally up to me. Um, it's completely up to the player. So each player places down whatever cards they want and claims them to be anything. The next player then can either challenge the previous player's claim, in which case, if they challenge, they think that the previous player is lying. If the challenge is successful, that means the previous player was lying, and so the lying player who played down a set of cards but claimed them to be something else has to pick up all the cards in the middle. If they challenged and the previous player was telling the truth, in that they claimed the set of cards they placed down to be what they actually placed down, and then the player who challenged incorrectly, and they then pick up all the cards in the middle. This continues happening. Do note that only the player who um, is went after the previous. You can only challenge for the player who just went before you. You cannot just challenge any ordinary player. If you choose not to play, you can pass, and obviously, if you play, you can lie. So we'll play here and we'll lie. Also, I'll just play this 8 here. I'll play the 6 here, and I'll play it as a set of 4. So I incorrectly challenged. I thought that player 2 was lying, but player 2 wasn't, and so I have to pick up all the cards. Notice how I have 36 cards. I'll choose to pass here, not wanting to play queens. That player challenged the player that previously went. You can challenge so notice how the player to player 1's left is me, but since I didn't go, the previous player is the player who last played. And so you can challenge even the player to your, I guess, the player who goes after you, if the two players after that player did not go. You can challenge the last player who did not go. So the player challenged, I was lying. Do note that one more characteristic is that the player, at any time a player gets caught lying, anytime a challenge happens, either one player is lying and they pick up all the cards, or they are telling the truth and the player who called the challenge picks up all of the cards. This is similar to other games like Cheat, but there's one key difference. When a set of cards is played, every other player can only claim that set of cards. And so notice, this player played a 5. That means every other player must play what they claim to be a 5. You can only play what was already claimed by the first player. The first player who plays a card dictates what it's claimed as, and every other player plays cards that they claim to be the same. So I played 6s here. Every other player will claim to play 6s here, as you can see. Player 2 will claim to play 6s. Player 1 was lying, so player 1 picked up all the cards. The winner is the first player to get rid of all of their cards. As you can see, it's very easy. It's very similar to Cheat, but the one key difference is that in Cheat, you go up in sequence. So if one player plays 2s, the next plays 3s. Here, if one player plays a set of cards, every other player must play what they claim to be that set of cards. Also in here, you use 2 standard 52 card decks, which is different from other games. Challenge is pretty simple, not that difficult. That wraps up how to play Challenge. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed.